Hello, Mehraba and Namaste. It's my privilege to be here and give some insights about opportunities for Turkish companies in Maharashtra, India. Today I will be speaking about India, how India is a gateway to Asia, business opportunities in the state of Maharashtra, government initiatives, Turkish Industrial Park concept, India-Turkey bilateral relations and life at India. And after that we will have our question and answers. So if you have any questions, you can put that in the chat box available here, and then our experts will answer those queries. So let me first introduce myself. My name is Rupesh Patil. I am head of global trade and investment and FDI specialist at Crescendo Worldwide, Germany and India. Starting about India. So India is a big country having 29 states with 7 territories and the metropolitan cities like Pune, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata, etc. Some key facts about India's ranking on global footprint. So India is second most populous country in the world, having 1.36 billion population, world's third largest by GDP, fastest growing major economy, third largest by purchasing power parity. Now this is the GDP contribution by major sectors in India. Here you can see that service segment is around 54.40%, industrial segment sharing about 29%, agriculture about 15%, and India's GDP rank is 7th with GDP per capita around $2,199. Now these are the major sectors of GDP contribution in India, right from manufacturing, machinery equipment, high-tech goods, motor vehicle parts, chemicals, metals and products, etc. Now in the next 5 years, India have a vision of reaching around $1 trillion of economy in manufacturing, where the major focus will be on defense, electronics, aeronautics. Secondly, the service segment with $3 trillion of economy, agriculture around 1 trillion of economy, with livestock, farm mechanization are the major focuses. Now this is the total FDI equity inflow in manufacturing sector. So you can see automobile sector having the highest value around 24.6 billion followed by the other segments like chemicals, drugs, pharmaceuticals, electrical equipment, textile, electronics, etc. Now India is a gateway to Asia, and let's see which are the major points which makes this as gateway to Asian market. So India, as you can see, is the fastest growing economy foreseen in the next couple of years. Many Fortune 500 companies from the world have established their business in India, as well as their manufacturing base in India. Now India is excellent geographic location with a coastline of around 7,500 kilometers, opening doors for trade operations and having a very strong IT and manufacturing ecosystem which has evolved very fast in the last decade. Now these are the major countries with whom India has the free trade agreements. Now let's try to see which are the ways how from India you could access the neighboring countries. So there are a lot of major international airports in India. In Delhi, which is Indira Gandhi International Airport, then one of the biggest in India, Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, and the other airports like GMR, Cochin, etc. Now these are the Indian air connectivity to Asian countries. So we have a lot of metropolitan cities providing the access to the Southeast Asian countries like Thailand, Malaysia, South Korea, Philippines, Singapore. Now there are many policies being initiated by the Prime Minister of India. So the priority is majorly given to the immediate neighbors of the country to enhance the cooperation between the Asian countries, which is to encourage the free flow of resources, energy, labor, goods and information. This policy also focuses on increasing economic cooperation between India and its neighboring countries. Now these are the major ports in India. Majorly you can see Jawaharlal Nehru Port, which is one of the biggest in India, Kandla Port, then New Mangalore, Visakhapatnam, Kolkata. So east and west is well covered from this. Now the sea connectivity, if you see in the major countries, so the on an average time duration is required from 1 week to 3 weeks averagely to reach these major countries in the Southeast Asian markets. And there are many options from East Port, from West Port, you can go from these locations. Now let's see what are the business opportunities in Maharashtra. So about Maharashtra, which is one of the major state in India, having a population of 125 million people, and the metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Nashik, contributing to GDP of India around 440 billion US dollars. So again, you could see majorly service segment is the GDP contributor in India, and industry around 31%, followed by agriculture around 13%. Some quick facts about Maharashtra state, which shares a border with 7 other state borders, and it is also well connected to the all major markets domestically as well as internationally. So we have in Maharashtra around 720 kilometers of coastline with 55 ports, and which is very interesting to note that 22% of the total cargo transport in India is handled from these ports, which is also one of the key GDP contributor in India, around 440 billion US dollars. And in the last year, the contribution of GDP was around 13%. Now, Maharashtra is the manufacturing hub of India, where in Maharashtra have attracted 140 billion US dollars of FDI in these last 2 decades, contributing around 15% of the industrial output in India, highest value of export, highest employable talent in India, leading with the highest number of charging stations. So these are the few key MIDC clusters in Maharashtra. So MIDC, which is Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation. So Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Aurangabad, Amravati, Nagpur, Solapur, Ahmednagar. These are the key MIDC clusters in Maharashtra. And the emerging sectors in Maharashtra well supported by the ecosystem. So automobiles, pharmaceuticals, electronics, aerospace and defense, food processing, IT services are the major sectors emerging in the state. Now these are the major industrial cities in Maharashtra. So Mumbai having the major sector like IT, gems, logistics, pharma, chemicals. Pune is well known for auto, defense, IT sector. Solapur is well known for textile and food processing. Aurangabad is well known for engineering, auto, pharma, which also have a large cluster of tier 1, tier 2 players in manufacturing. Nagpur, Amravati is well known for food processing, logistics, IT, textiles. Ahmednagar, Nashik is well known for food processing, engineering, etc. Now let's try to see some of the major Indian brands as well as foreign brands established in different parts of the state. So as in Mumbai, we can see big players like Reliance Jio, General Insurance, ICICI Securities, 3DI, then Codebox, Fredenberg present in New Mumbai. In Shirwar, we have some big players like Godrej, Paranspe, Claus, Pari, Aura, etc. In Nashik, we have Mahindra, one of the biggest OEM in India, Maruti Suzuki, Dynacorp, PHI, Fox, etc. Chakan is also a very big industrial zone in Pune city, having the companies like IKEA, Mahindra, Bajaj, Bosch, Sany, Suzlon, Kawasaki, etc. Chinchwad, Pune, this is one of the biggest industrial region in Pune, having the companies like Piaggio, Technique, Patanjali, Frontline, Sidler, Panze, MQR, Lear, etc. Now in Ranjangaon, we can see the foreign brands like Fiat, Chrysler, Force Motors. We have Indian brands as well like Tata. Then there are LG, Makino, Eaton, etc. Ahmednagar is well known for tier 2 companies. We also have Mahindra, Polymeric Group, Sun Pharma, L&T, Excite. In Kolhapur, some of the renowned companies like Aerochem, like Manograph, Wix.com. Now these are the successful companies in Maharashtra. I will not go much in detail because we have a time constraint. So we'll share this information with you. Just touching bases with the major sectors. Like automotive is one of the major sector in Maharashtra, where we have 432 automobile manufacturing companies. In IT, we have around 61% of the total value addition in this segment. Pune and Mumbai are the major contributors in IT. In financial, we have a lot of nationalized banks, then private banks, around 400 BFSI companies and BSE listed ones. Then pharmaceutical, we have over 3,000 pharma units which have been set up in Maharashtra with corporate office around the state. Biotechnology, which includes Serum, which is one of the biggest manufacturer in the COVID-19 vaccines. So in Maharashtra, Pune has the biggest bio cluster. Now let's see the major cities in Maharashtra. Mumbai, which is the financial capital of India and the capital city in Maharashtra, which is also the largest city of India and contributes around 6% of the total GDP. Now the GDP contribution is around 209 billion US dollars. These are the major companies set up in Mumbai like Tata Group, Aditya, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, lot of nationalized banks, private banks and big manufacturing companies. JNPT is the biggest container handling port situated in Mumbai in Maharashtra, accounting for around 50% of the total cargo volume. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, which is one of the busiest airport in the country. Talking about Pune, Pune is one of the IT hub in the state of Maharashtra, second largest city in Maharashtra, having numerous automobile manufacturing companies, homegrown as well as the foreign companies, and very famous for cultural heritage of Maharashtra and technical education. Let's try to see some government initiatives. So government is also taking a lot of steps in promoting MSME through public funding, fiscal incentives, cluster promotions, creation of land bank growth centers, promoting new sectors like aerospace, logistics, EV, textiles, and also promoting R&D. Yeah. Now let's take a look on the concept of Turkish Industrial Park. So this is the concept of Turkish Industrial Park, which could be launched by MIDC in the possible locations like Chakan, Shirwar, Ahmednagar, Aurangabad, Nashik. Now in this proposed Turkish Industrial Park, the key features would be the Turkish companies can get the land on lease, whole ecosystem will be provided, there would be a lot of facilities provided just like the special economic zones, and also the provision of Turkish food parks inside the industrial area. Talking about India-Turkey relations, so Turkey-India having long relations and Turkish investments in India stands around 223 million US dollars. Now FDI in Turkey is crossing around 3.9 million US dollars, whereas the total bilateral trade between India and Turkey is around 25 billion US dollars. Now these are the major investments from Turkey to India like Voltas, then KOC, Dogus Construction, Turkish airport ground service provider Çelebi also has investments in India. Now let's take a look on the quality of life in India. So we have some Turkish restaurants in India like Pai Turkish Cafe, Levant, Beirut, etc. These are the glimpses of the Turkish restaurants in India. And some famous locations in India like Lonavala, Mahabaleshwar. Yeah. Now some financial insights about doing business in India. So this is the salary structure for manufacturing industry in India. So on the left you could see the designation of the people you could employ, and on the right hand side you could see their salaries. Now this is the statistics of 2021 recently. So ranging from the engineer to the supervisor to the all categories of people you could see and their designated salaries. So this is a very important information which you should note down when you plan to do business in India. Now these are some Indian top banks with the interest rate. So interest rates which starts around 9 to around 12 to 15% on an average. So this is all about the business potential of the state of Maharashtra, and I thank you everyone for patiently listening to me. And now the forum is open for you to ask your questions. You could put your questions in the chat box and our experts will answer your queries. Yeah. Thank you very much once again for patiently listening, and we are here to support you as Crescendo Worldwide and MIDC. Combinedly we can understand your business interest, and we are here to handhold you for your further business in India. Thank you very much.